Hey friends, you may have noticed I was gone for a bit. Part of that was because sometimes robots go boom, but mostly it was because for the past few months I've been dealing with a medical issue that I wanted to talk to you about. So, trigger warning, I guess? Anyway, the good news is I'm recovering from cancer. I know the cancer part of that sentence sounds like really bad news, and it was when I first found out, but the word recovering has made all the difference. Earlier this year, I realized I couldn't taste sweet anymore, but I tested negative for COVID, and my doctor suggested I check with an otolaryngologist, which is a fancy word for ear, nose, and throat doctor. That doctor, Dr. Jill Mazza, the first of many amazing specialists I've met on this journey, diagnosed me with oropharyngeal carcinoma, which is a fancy word for tonsil cancer. 2 weeks later, I underwent surgery at the USC Keck Medical Center, and my surgeon, Dr. Uttam Sinha, removed my tonsil, a chunk of my tongue, part of my soft palate, and gave me this dope 7-inch scar. Guys, it sucked. I spent 4 days in the hospital. I ate from a feeding tube. I had to relearn how to speak and swallow, which is why you may notice my diction is a bit slurry. But they got the cancer. Then, to ensure it didn't spread, I received 6 weeks of radiation treatments from Dr. Adam Garza. And guys, that sucked even worse. I lost 20 pounds, I couldn't taste, I got radiation burns, I could barely eat, and I cried a lot. But I'm happy to report that today I am on the road to recovery. I wanted to share this story with you for 3 reasons. First, and most important, to warn you. The kind of cancer I had is 100% preventable now. I had HPV-related carcinoma, which you get from the human papillomavirus. This virus is incredibly widespread. Something like 90% of men... Sorry, 1 second. So many words. So much talking. This virus is incredibly widespread. Something like 90% of men and 80% of women will get it at some point. For most folks, your body will get rid of the virus on its own within 2 years, but for a small number of people, this guy, it can hide in your system for decades until it morphs into cervical cancer for women or tonsil cancer in men. My doctors tell me I probably got this in college and just never knew about it. However, there is hope. When I was younger, there was no such thing as an HPV vaccine, but now there is. So the big takeaway is go ask your doctor about that vaccine, please. If you have kids, please consider getting them vaccinated. And even if you're an adult, you can get vaccinated up to age 45 in some cases. And it works. You get the shot, you don't get the cancer. So please do not get this cancer. It is awful. 1 second. Okay. And please do not get this cancer. It is awful. The second reason I wanted to share this is to encourage you to listen to your bodies and get things checked when you feel weird. I caught this early because I noticed that my oatmeal tasted funny. For others, they may feel lumps in their neck, an irritated tonsil, a nagging sore throat, but whatever it is, if you feel something weird in your body, please go tell a doctor. And while there is no test for men, if you're a woman or someone who gets pap smears, ask to get tested for HPV. Lastly, I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone who helped me on my journey. From the doctors, nurses, and therapists at USC, like Dr. Tamashiro and Dr. Jan, to the friends who drove me to treatments, to my mom who stayed with me in the hospital, Jen, Chris, Andrew, my sister-in-law Winvi, who cooked soup for 3 months, the folks who sent ice cream, flowers, gifts, notes, and of course, my wife and children who have been endlessly patient and supportive. Guys, I have missed performing, I've missed my friends, I've missed telling stories, but mostly,
Love you, Timmy.
Guys, I've missed performing. I've missed my friends, I've missed telling stories, but mostly I've missed talking and thinking about anything other than cancer. I have many more months before I will be 100%, but for now, I love you all, and it's good to be back.